of Tooting.
Right.
The question is, could you please throw some light on the divine authenticity of Bible and Quran and their preservation?
See, the divine authenticity of the books can best be judged by two measures, according to me. First, the quality of the teaching. The divine teachings have in themselves a quality of goodness which defends the claimant and his innocence. Because if somebody was from Satan, or if somebody stood because of some internal motivations of his own interest, then his teachings must be corrupt by that degree. If the teaching is honest and straightforward, then such a teaching cannot be rejected as false. So that is why the Holy Quran repeatedly points out at the commonality of all religious teachings. The Holy Quran says this is how you should judge a book, a divine book, whether it is from God or not, that basically, essentially, it has exactly the same teaching as other religions have taught before. And a false man would not require, he has no reason to begin to support truth for the sake of some ulterior motives. All false people who claim to be from God and were destroyed and were turned into things of history was those who invented teachings which had crookedness about them. They resulted in some gains for him and his supporters. Mostly, they came always with the support of a group or a clan. Never will you find a man rising alone without any support and presenting a teaching, attributing a teaching to God, which was absolutely plain, simple, honest, and based on goodness and wisdom and reason. So one way of judging comparing the Quran and the Bible, and not only them, but other divine books, is to go for the essence of the teaching. Is it essentially good or bad? Secondly, you should compare it with nature as created by God. If unnatural claims are made, then that teaching has to be rejected in as much as the unnatural claims are made. But this presents a dilemma. If unnatural claims are made in any divine book or supposedly divine book, then there are only two possibilities of settling the issue. Either that such unnatural teachings were added by man, they were interpolated by man, of an age where he did not understand the phenomena of nature, but attributed things to the teaching maybe to attack people through another means, because at that time some false claims about how the nature works could attract people to the so-called truth of the religion. For instance, it is emphasized about Jesus Christ that because he was born here on earth, so the sun and the planets moved around the earth and earth remained stationary, and it was disrespectful of anybody to believe that earth went round the sun. Now that latter part came to be born later on, but in the beginning it was a united, accepted belief among the Christians, based according to their understanding of scriptures, of course, that earth was stationary, and it had to be stationary because it will be disrespectful of Jesus Christ to have born in a place which in itself was revolving around other things. So Galileo paid the price, or nearly paid the price, of declaring that earth went round sun and other planets also revolved around it. But he was not brave enough, unless, in fact, his admission to the church that I withdraw my claim is a blemish on the community of scientists. He didn't change his mind, but he saved his skin and lost his honor in science. But that is an example. When you study Bible critically, then you realize that this was never claimed by God himself. Whatever has been claimed was either misinterpreted or interpolated with by the people of that age with a wrong understanding of the universe around them. So this second criterion is also very important. According to the Holy Quran, Bible was the word of God, but with the condition that that word of God was changed by the people and the scribes themselves. So wherever there is a contradiction, it's not the contradiction between one word of God and the other word of God. It is because of this discrepancy created by human beings. So this is a very large subject, and I know the time is coming to a close. Where is the... That's right, it's right over there. Only 6 minutes are left. I think it will give you a general idea of what we believe about the truth and how we believe about the truth of the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran, despite of the fact of apparent contradictions between them.